by the time you guys are watching this, I think this will air on Wednesday of next week. Father's Day would have passed, which is this coming Sunday, the 19th. When it comes to fatherhood, Nick, what do you think about when you hear the word, being a father? Like, what does that mean to you in layman's terms?
One of the hardest jobs you'll ever have to encounter or face. One of the hardest jobs. Dude, I self-critique myself every night, it feels like. And if I don't, I'll dream about it. Like, everything I've done, I thought I was doing good, was not as great as I should have done it, looking back at it. If I can go back and do it all again, I would attempt to do things different. I think being a father, bro, it's a struggle, but it's always showing up to plate. It's always showing up to the plate with the bat in hand, ready to knock it out the park. You're not going to do it all the time. You might get lucky a few times, but just showing up to the plate, bro. I think a father is it's being a part of your child's life. I think that makes a huge difference. When that little boy or little girl gets older, being in that individual's life, being there in your kid's life, I think that is a big deal. But also knowing you'll never get it, in my opinion, I don't think I'll ever get it right. I don't think anybody ever is the perfect dad. I can't wait. I can wait. But I know 10 years from now, 20 years from now, my son's going to be like, hey, Dad, I hate you because you didn't do this or you didn't do. I tried my best, bro. I've done it with my dad, tried my best, man. And I think that we can be too hard on ourselves at times. And it keeps us from like living in the moment, being just a dad. Like, dude, there's so much to come. It's one of the hardest things to describe, bro. Like, I can describe aliens to you better than I can what it is to be a dad. It is one of the hardest things to describe, dude. It's like quantum physics, bro. Like, but I think just showing up and trying your best, or trying whatever your best is, makes a difference. But it's one of the hardest things you'll ever have to do. I think, yeah.
That's a good way to put it, man. I think I heard somewhere, somebody said it. It was like as a dad, the number one thing that you just need to do is be available. Be available and show up. When your son wants to go throw the ball around, when he wants to talk about, Minecraft or whatever, just play video game, just show up, right? Yep. Because my interests,
but before
is going to be different than his.
Before I hopped on, me and him were just playing with lightsabers. He just got a new pair of lightsabers in from Star Wars type deal. Dude, I hate Star Wars, I'm not a Star Wars guy. My son loves it. And I was Darth Vader this morning,
There you go. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Because to your point, like we went to to Disney World 3 weeks back, and he's a big Star Wars fan. I don't know where he gets it from because I don't watch it. So we went to the theme park section of the park that's Star Wars theme, and we were building robots and built lightsabers and all of that stuff. Yeah. And he's into Fortnite, so I just sit here and watch him play, and I'm like, that's what it's about, just being there and being available, right? And then same thing with my daughter. I'm there and I speak with her. She colors my nails. She put makeup on she put makeup on me, and it's like, because I know, and I think a lot of guys need to understand this, the amount of time you give them now is the amount of time they're going to give you whenever you're old and you're decrepit and you need support, right? Because if you're never around for them to have, dude, I'm telling you, man, if you're never around to have deep conversations with them, like when you're 80, you're 85, 90, and you need them to support you and be there for you, if you aren't there for them, like, why the fuck should they be there for you? And
right.
That keeps me grounded. Like that it really does.
That's a scary thought when you think about it. Yeah. Because that could turn out not so great.
Oh,
you're getting pushed in the bathtub, being held down like you can't. Yeah.
Well, you see it. You
Yeah.
you you see it in some communities where the son and the daughter, they put their parents in a nursing home. They don't talk to them. They don't take care
Mm-hmm.
of them. But it's like, well, man, what did that childhood look like? Because if it was
Yeah.
loving and
Right.
nurturing, they would come visit, during the
Mm.
holidays and bring their grandkids and all that. That's a thing.
Yeah.
So it fucking
100%.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, T?
So I obviously agree with both of you guys, right? But for me, I think fatherhood is like,
A life story is just a collection of memories unless it becomes a lesson, a warning, a inspiration for someone else. Jackie Robinson wrote that quote. I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be sitting in front of you guys providing inspirational content, influencing, motivating. I'm not supposed to be here. I came from Haiti with nothing. I learned the English language. I witnessed 9/11. I joined the military. I spent 20 years total, 15 of it in special operation, operating at the very tip of the spear. I spent over 6 years in combat theaters. And throughout all those chapters of my life, I learned one hard truth: no one is coming to save you. Doesn't exist. No one is going to write your story for you. No one is going to jump into the deep end to get you out of trouble. No one. And that hard truth is the motivating factor behind no excuse. It took me approximately 18 months to author this book. And I wanted to write it not to showcase to you how hard my life was, but to show you guys what's possible when you accept the concept of no excuses and start taking ownership of your life. So if you know somebody that's going through a hard time, that's going through adversity, that doesn't know who they are, that don't know who they're supposed to be, let this story motivate you. Let this story inspire you. If you need it, gift this book to yourself. If your son needs it, gift this book to them. If your daughter needs it, gift this book to them. In writing this book, I was inspired, I was motivated, I was emotional, but I had a good time writing it, and hopefully you have a good time reading it. I appreciate all of you guys' support. Let me know what you guys think about this book. It is available now at greenberetchronicles.com for pre-order, and it's also available where all books are sold.
the universe teaching you lessons that you really, really need, right? So like if you lack patience, the universe gonna give you kids, right? When a man is at his weakest, he's gonna give you a son, and when you're at your darkest, he'll give you a daughter. And that's what like it's just one big lesson. This is why we never feel like we do enough, right? Because you're always learning, right? Like you said, my daughter's painted. I went to work with freaking pink toenails before. I forgot they were on there. like, jumped in the pool with hot pink toenails, right? And then had to explain how to wait. But I was proud of these pink toenails, right? Like 'cause I never did it, right? So yeah, no. To me, that's like the simplest thing is fatherhood is literally like when you are at your worst, like the universe sends you children to freaking get you better.
Man, that's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. A buddy of mine said, um, a son needs to have three things for his father. He needs to love his father, right? He needs to respect his father, and he needs to fear his father, right? If a
Mm.
son has those three things, then he'll end up being well-rounded as far as being a member to society. As you
Mm-hmm.
guys are raising kids, what are some of the values that you want to instill in your kids? If you want to give me top three, and then we'll hit masculinity. We'll start with you, Nick. Three values that you would want to instill in your son.
Respect, honor, and courage. I think those would be the top three: respect, honor, and courage. Have respect for everybody. Honor your, it's the whole like the Ten Commandments thing. Honor your mother, your father, and courage. Like, don't be scared to back down, but also don't be scared to run away. Sometimes there's a time and a place for everything. I think those would be the top three to teach my son. More so respect. I think respect gets you further in life than anything else. It gets you further than being just a violent, badass dude. I think having respect for others gets you way further in life than anything else. I try to instill that with them. And courage, yeah, courage honor kind of goes hand in hand, I guess, with respect. But the courage portion, it's like fear no man. And I believe that. I've always told him no one's ever going to be scarier than dad because I love him. No one's ever going to be able to love him more than what I do. And that should, so if I get mad or if I'm disappointed, dad's always going to be the scariest dude on the planet to my son. No one else can ever take my place. And he knows that I always have his back. If there's not a soul on this, and I firmly believe it, just like I know you guys with kids, I firmly believe it. When it comes to my son, my child, there's nothing on this earth that would stop me from destroying it if somebody did something to my son. So always fear dad, respect your family, respect others, and have courage. No one's ever going to be as badass as dad. No one's ever going to spank you harder than dad. The hardest you'll ever be hit is with dad. I might even hit you that hard. I'll pop you that hard. It's just the emotion and who I am and why I'm doing it. Everybody else, if they hit you, they want to do it out of hate, out of disrespect. I'm doing it out of love, and I think that hurts the most. So have courage, stand up, fear no man. And a part of being a man is having an immense amount of respect for others.
Man, that's a good way to put it, man. Really, 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 really good way to put it. How about you, T?
So I have to caveat what Nick said. I'll add to the fear. Like one of the things that I'll teach my son is that I am the only man on this planet that will ever want him to be better than me. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody else. Like he'll have mentors, uncles, and all that stuff. They want him to do good, but like he needs to know, like you said, with the fear and the respect piece, that like I'm always gonna have his back because I want him to be better than me, and I'm the only man on this planet that'll ever wish that.
Yep.
Man, that's a good one. Because even and if you think about it, man, it goes back to what we were thinking about earlier. Some of your best friends in the military, some of your best friends in life, there's always that hint of jealousy, that envy there, right?
Yep.
That because again, every man is competitive. Every man wants to be the best version of themselves, right? And the father, everything I'm doing now is because I want my ceiling to be the floor for my son, right?
Yep.
That's where he's starting. And we do everything we do for that reason. So that's a really good way to put it, T. Now, what role does masculinity play in you guys just raising your kids? How do you guys go about ensuring that you raise like a strong masculine kid? You guys doing push-ups, like 40s? Like, what exactly are you guys doing within your household to make sure that you raise like a good masculine kid that's not gonna cut his dick off or any of that shit later on in life?
Bro, for me, it's like, well, my son's in boxing. He boxes. I want to transition him out of boxing because of the whole like head trauma thing, and he's already, he doesn't need any more. He needs all the brain cells he can have right now. But yeah, I would, for us, we box. And a part of that, so when I got into box, I've boxed in high school and in Ranger Battalion, but I had laid off for, quite some time. I, gained too much weight, drank too much beer. I had the dad bod thing going. I'm trying to get back to it. We'll see. But for me, it's like I wanted him to see, because he was in it. I put him into boxing. I was like, well, shit, we'll go together. I have to lead by example. And to teach him, even the whole courage and no fear thing. My son was in my corner on my first fight, my first professional or amateur fight, which was this year, a few months ago. And he got a chance to see dad scared. No one likes getting punched in the face or punched in the head. And the guy I was going up against, he already had 3 fights, and dude, I was scared as fuck. I was terrified. And he got a chance to see dad like scared. I think that was the only time he's ever seen me scared. But to overcome that, still get in the ring and slug it out, and to teach him what it is to be a man. Like we do stuff like that, and he's had a chance to see dad cry. Like being masculine doesn't mean not showing emotion. He's seen dad at his weakest, and I express that. I don't walk around like a sob story all day, but if I'm going through something, I think I have a right to express that. It's better than holding it in. I don't think that that's healthy. So like that all goes hand in hand with him, or with me teaching him how to be like a masculine character, and just seeing dad, being around dad. Like there's a lot of things there's a whole recipe of things that go into being masculine, and it's not just being ultra hell of a tough guy. It's a lot of things that go along with it. There's a soft side with it. There's a warrior side with it, and just him getting a chance to see dad and how he is. I think that's being around. He gets a chance to see what it is to be masculine. He's not being raised by females or anything like that. He'll never see dad kiss another man. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and
yeah.
hopefully, hey, he won't ever have to. I won't have to witness him fucking doing that. But I'm old school, bro.
Oh man. Hey, it's a thing. Like we gotta stand guard because man, yeah, that's a thing, right? We gotta stand guard to make sure. Like I can't even believe like that's even a thing that we gotta worry about now. You know what I mean?
I know. Yep.
Dudes cutting their shit off, like that's a thing, which makes a dad's job that much harder. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, just
And this
T, what are your
society, bro,
thoughts?
there's
Like,
a lot.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of crazy shit going on out there, man. And it's like, man, it almost terrifies you as a dad. You know what I mean?
So for me, because you guys got younger sons, right? Like my son's 23 years old, and he works for me. So, but I realized
Oh, nice.
back in the day, because of the way I was raised, it was like when you're 18, you're out, right? Like, but then I realized that my son's 23, so he's only a 5-year-old adult, right? And so I think he needs more of a father now with the way everything is going on now. So like I keep him close, right? Same thing, like we do Fight Club, we do a bunch of other stuff. We train dogs together, and like that's how I teach him that responsibility, that accountability, and like he gets his ass chewed, right? But like he is like our kid's pretty freaking spot on, man. Like he is significantly better than I was at 23, right? And that's without the military, right? So it's like it's one of those things where I realized that like I told that Joker, a couple years ago, if you would have asked me, like, yeah, I would have kicked him out the house. But then I think he needs a father more now, right? And he needs that because of all the noise that's out there in society. We have deep conversations about everything we're talking about now, damn near daily. Like we make it a habit to like just kind of do a debrief of like we do what we call like headline of the day, where we'll see some crazy thing, whether it's about aliens, whether it's about this person transition, and he sits there and he's like, hey dad, here's the headline of the day, what do you think about that? And then we discuss it like as men. So
That's smart, bro. I need to implement that. I like that. A 5-year-old adult. That's deep. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like how we grew up, it was like 18 you're out. Or you said 17, right? Like dude, like so you turn 18, man. Like this is why it takes us until we're like 35 to become mature. Yeah, it's because now you're an 18-year-old adult.
Yep.
17-year-old adult, you know what I mean?
I didn't think about that. Yeah, bro. Yeah. I just started getting like mature a little bit after like 35, Which is sad, bro. I thought I had that shit figured out, man. Nope.
Nah, man.
Oh, and some folks are still trying to figure it out, So I think one of the biggest thing that I do one of the biggest thing that I do with my son now, because he gets everything else, right? We're in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which Nick, if you're looking for something else to put your son in, I'm telling you, man, like the body work and the cardio that he'll get from rolling, like there's nothing else out there like it, right? So my son does that. He goes to the range, because everything that I do, I think it's just one of those things, since he's so young and he still wants to be around me. Like I'm mowing the yard and I'm digging holes, he'll just come out and help, right? I'm going to the range. He wants to come out. So by default, I'm exposing him to manly things. But the biggest thing that I want him to learn now at an early age, because it's one of the things that's destroying young men, is just getting out there and talking to people, right? Because everybody talks through apps now, right? So he's 8. So I'm like, hey man, like it's Valentine's Day. Like, yo, what are we doing? Like, who's your Valentine, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, Dad, what do you mean? I'm like,
Yep.
what do you mean? What do I mean? Like, does any of the girls in your class like you? He was like, yeah, there's a couple that's been telling me. I'm like, well, yeah, ask them to be a Valentine's. Because again, that type doesn't that's stuff when we were growing up I don't know about you guys, but it was taboo. Dads didn't talk to their son about, I had to learn how to pick up chicks and do all that stuff through my friends.
Yeah.
You know, who the fuck did they learn from? You know, so I'm making it intentional and having those conversations with him later on, because I don't want him to be awkward around females when he's in his 18, 19, 20. And I don't want him to be that dude that's got to get drunk to be able to go talk to. So I'm like, hey man, like it starts now. If you like somebody, you go up to them and you talk to them, right? And when you meet somebody, you shake their hands. This is how you talk to the opposite sex, not to be creepy. This is, and he's already in jiu-jitsu. He's rolling with them. He's doing all of that stuff. But if I don't have that conversation with him, he's going to learn through social media, right? So, but I think that's also a very important part of being a man, is knowing how to treat the opposite sex, how to approach them, how to protect them, along with everything else that we talked about, right? And it's something that gets overlooked a lot
Big time.
when it comes to parenting, because it is taboo.
So I'll tell you what, Jay, I do it with my son still, right? Again, he's 23. We'll go to the store and I'll be like, hey, go to the cashier and figure out what type of car she's driving. He's like, how am I supposed to do that? Figure it out, bud. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just that to get him used to like being in front of people, whether it's opposite sex or public speaking, period, like just engaging with people. Cause after COVID, like that made everything worse. So now it's just like, and I'll hit him with that at random, like, hey, go find out, what type of socks that person has on. Like you can't look at him, right? You got to talk him through it, right? So that makes him solve problems, and he gets comfortable with just coming up with random stuff. That way he can solve problems at any given time. So I'd like keep doing that, man, because it works. Because he teaches classes now, right? So like, but 3-4 years ago, again, when he was a 1-year-old adult, like that joker hated talking to people.